Okay, let's see if this will work. All right. All right. And get this going. Aha, you found me. Good. Hi. Let me just see if this is working out. I got to make sure I don't have two of them going at once. There was a family issue that came up. I am sorry about that. So let me just, hello. Hi. She says I've got no viewers, but hello. Is everyone getting here? Hi, thank you. I just want to see if this is coming through. Let me just end this one here. Sorry, you guys. It has been crazy here today. Okay, so I'm going to end this one, because this one isn't working yet. All right. So you can see the new live, right? All right. That one I'm going to, let's see, visibility, make private. All right. Now let's see here. All right, so you guys are being so good. I appreciate that you guys coming over. It's been crazy. I'm gonna put my headphones on so I can block out all the noise here. I know that sounds crazy, but there we are. So, hi guys. Thank you for waiting. I'm just going to get this sorted. Here we go. This should be working. Come on. There we go. Here, I know that sounds crazy, but there we are. All right, there we go. So, hi guys. Thank you for waiting. I'm just going to get this sorted. All right, there we are. Is it quite windy there? You guys can hear me okay now? I know. I'm so sorry. I'll talk about that another day. I thank you guys for sticking with me. We're going to talk about true crime today. And I've got mascara here. I didn't even get a chance to put it on. But I hope you guys are doing well. How you doing? So I want to say hello to Stacy Starr and Anuna Banana, Sharon Sipe, the Dancing Oracle with Naya, Cecile, Paula, Vivian, JR, and I'm really sorry about the issue earlier, but I will have to go into that later. Okay, so you guys ready for some true crime? It's really nice here in California. It is. We've got sun, and you guys can hear me? Yes? I'm using OBS Studio, so I'm hoping it will be loud enough. Gonna make sure that you guys can hear me. Okay. So, good, you can hear me. That's awesome. Is there any true crime you guys want to bring up right now? Because I've got my star deck, handy dandy. I've got my Lilac Lantern. Got that one. Looks like I've got the saturation up too high on this, but oh well. I look like a lobster. I'm just worried that sometimes when it goes on playback, it can be like really low. So I'm just hoping there's not a change in between. Nothing I can do about that now, but if I have to, I can always re-edit. Yes, if you're new here, I want to say thank you. I was running a bit late today, had some issues, but I'm here. I don't know. It's been crazy lately. We've got roofs we've got to replace because of the storms. We've been trying to get hold of the city because there's a landslide thing going on a little bit in the back of my mom and my brothers. We own the units, and we can't seem to get somebody to come call us back that owns that land. Nobody suddenly wants to claim that they own that land that's sliding. So it's just been nuts. Well, I thank you if you've been lurking. Dancing Oracle with Naya. I thank you for popping in. So if you guys got any questions regarding true crime, let me know which ones you might want to cover. Let me just see. I can look too. And you know what? Also, if you have any questions, I didn't get a chance to get the questions thing up this morning either. So that wasn't fun. But we can do anything. Yeah, I've also, then I've got issues here sometimes with family. And that can be crazy. And that has been more of a problem the last few days, which isn't something I can really go into because it's personal. Okay. Summer Wells, yes. I can look at that. Thank you. You know, if you want to, we can also just take some personal questions as well. I'm just going to do true crime and personal questions if you've got that for right now. But I'm going to have to put a little thing for some questions for you guys so this chat doesn't chew it up. So here's what I'm going to do while you guys are talking. I'm going to go right here and I'm just going to put, and I'll pin the URL here. So go ahead and chit chat for a second. And I'm just going to put post for your Thursday live questions, okay? Just so we have a spot in case somebody does. I'm going to put a certain image. I'll see if I can grab I'll just get a putty tat. BlackCat. One question per person. And I appreciate your flexibility today. This time of year is the craziest for my family. We had my oldest one's birthday on the 25th. Our anniversary was yesterday. And then today dealing with family issues and real estate issues, let's put it that way. It's just not been too much fun. So I'm really glad to be with you right now. So let's just see. I'm going to give you, here we go, for your questions, for anybody coming in. I'm going to be willing to take also personal questions today too. I'm going to be super flexible because you've been flexible with me. And I cannot tell you how much that means. So here is where you can go. Just click on that. And you can leave a question. There. Now I've pinned it. But I'm going to look at Summer Wells. I cannot believe what has gone on with that case. Just, then again, I can. Is there something you wanted to know in particular? Thank you. I need them right now, Paula. I appreciate that so much. Sharon Sipe, you are a wonder and so kind. Thank you for modding for me. And everyone else that's here, I really do appreciate it. Family issues came up, and issues going on with real estate and a landslide that we have on. It's right above my property. So we're trying to get help. So once again, I want to appreciate you guys. I was not able. I was expecting them to call me back, and I haven't gotten anything. So they're going to have to contact my husband. Thank you. Thank you. So let's take a look at Summer Wells. If you guys have any questions, you can go ahead and put them on the link that's pinned in the above chat. I'll look at it. One question per person if you have one. It can be on anything. Usually Thursdays is true crime, but I'm going to be flexible today because you've been flexible with me and I'm busy. Crazy. So go ahead if you want to. Let's look at Summer Wells. Is that case... I do feel like she will be eventually found. I do. Will they ever find her? Will they ever solve what actually happened to her? Okay, let's put that to the questions. Oh, thank you, JR. You guys are so good. Thank you for being so understanding. Okay. We've been dealing with police. We've been dealing with trying to City Hall get back to us. It's just not easy. All right. So will Summer Wells's case be solved? And will they find her? And I'm asking the Most High to guide my reading, make sure it's clear. Okay. Summer Wells. I'm just picturing her right now and trying to dial in. Summer Wells. So I asked the Most High, and I asked my guardians, my spiritual mentors, will... Oh, you're so kind. Thank you, guys. She be found. And will they figure out what happened? All right, I think I feel dialed in. Just want to put my camera up a little bit more. Oh, my neck. It's really stiff. Okay. Well, I get the world. And right away, I'm just going to try to open up my channel, if you will. Not only my channel here, but my channel this way. I want to put to practice a bit of what I've been learning in my class. Okay, so I'm getting the world. And so as we know, this is the end of a journey. And unfortunately, the end of the journey for poor Summer. But I think in a lot of other ways, this is also indicating that this case will indeed come to a conclusion. It's meant to, okay? I hope you guys like my little Halloween-y thing I fixed for you with the live thing. It's crossed by the Two of Wands. And this is a challenge, okay? This is energy that wants to expand. It doesn't want to stay put. It doesn't want to... to me, this is the activity within the investigation. And they're having trouble getting that to, I feel like, move forward, get progress. gotta get more coffee. There's not enough coffee in the world to wake me up today, you guys. I know, I really love this deck, and the nice thing is it's like a $20 deck. Maybe give or take $5 here and there toward shipping and handling. But it's really vibrant, they're cheap, and they wear well. So thanks, Sheila. Hello. And greeter Teresa Cole. I was late today with this, so I appreciate y'all jumping in. You know what? I'm going to shut this one skylight because nobody wants to hear like the band of motorcycles going through town. Okay. At least I don't. So it's too distracting for me. Based on the Four of Cups, this is really kind of that not happening energy. This is the Star Tarot. You can get it off Amazon. It's very economical. I highly recommend it. And it's great for anybody that's a beginner or a more, advanced user. Hi, guys. Lovely Teresa. Love you all. I'm glad to be hanging with you. All right. So, this is the basis of it. And again, I'm getting water. I just feel like she's near water. I don't know. I want to say cave, but I'm a feeling. Hey, soul sisters. Hey, everybody. You guys are great. Thank you for popping in. But I do. I kind of get the sense of rock or stone and water, and something makes me feel like wants my mind to go toward a cave. And I keep getting that with her, and I haven't said that because I don't know that that's quite it. Hi, grass grower. Oh, back from a meditation retreat in the dark wilderness. I'd like to go there. And I don't know if there's really a cave, but it just gives me that feeling. So I'm just going to say it. If I'm wrong on that. But I just keep getting that. And I just want to put it there. Now, crowning outside, definitely. I thank you so much. I appreciate it. I get the Five of Pentacles. And this is crowning. So I do believe that she is in physically a location that is outside. I always get that for her. And I'm feeling that it will be found in the future yet. But I feel that she is in an outdoor location. I don't think it's indoors. I don't think that is where she is. Okay, I just gotta lay out my cards the way I can see them. All right, in the recent past, we have the Three of Cups. And then it goes to that Four as the basis. And this feels like to me in the past there was happiness. I feel like when she was alive and playing. I really do. And we get 2 3s. And that always makes me think of the adults that were supposed to be there. Definitely at least Candace and Dawn. And I believe the grandmother. There's a sense of disconnect also with the basis card of that Four of Cups now. I sense that things have changed, not surprisingly. With, it could be wintertime because there is snow, and on that Five of Pentacles crowning her, but it could be, or like fall or a colder time. That's something to keep in mind as a possibility. I also feel like that Three of Cups and that Four of Cups are talking about how things were more lighthearted in the past, but now there's no, that's gone in their household. It is a sense of disconnection and just avoidance of feeling. Thank you so much, JR. We get the 9 of Wands in the near future. So I feel like they're continuing to withhold the information, or that stupid Dawn is. And of course, this is all alleged for entertainment purposes only. This is an entertainment channel. And I do feel like I'm being shown there was abuse there in that household for her. And I think it was through Dawn's hands primarily. I think the act that I think made her disappear was because of him. I get a Queen of Wands. This is activity. And this is where the mind is at. And I almost feel like they're trying to charm or withstand their try to endure this. I just think it's deluded. Thank you, my goodness, Sheila. Thank you so much, love. I really appreciate that. It's going to go toward the 2 roofs I get to replace over on our property. I'm not looking forward to that, but I don't want to think about that. The Emperor. In the environment is the Father card. The father, the husband. What can I say? It can also be the authorities. But to me, in this instance, I feel like it's Dawn. I think they're going to have to get him to somehow crack. And I don't know. Sorry, I'm trying to read what you were saying. Biggest takeaway from... Oh. Yes. I would agree with that, Grass Grower. Now, in the hopes and fears is the Chariot. And this is, to me, it's hope that... I think Dawn's hoping he gets away with it. We're hoping that they don't. We want to see victory. But I can't help but feel like I'm getting something about Dawn, and I think Candace is that Queen of Wands, maybe. I kind of feel like she doesn't fully know exactly, and maybe doesn't want to know. Doesn't want to think he would do that. But I have a feeling he was doing things he shouldn't have been doing. Now, this could be a change in plans that will come about where looking for her is concerned. As a reevaluation of things with this 7 of Pentacles that's coming, and it's coming in the further future. So unfortunately, I'm not seeing anything, I gotta be honest, happening in the near future. I wish I was. Thank you so much, Soul Sisters. Thank you, thank you. I'm just not. They're going to really have to, the message here is that they're going to really have to change their tactics. They're going to have to really change how they're dealing and where they're looking. Because it's earthly. It's the 7 of Pentacles. You might be able to, Sheila. You know what? You don't make that much. I'm telling you. You'd think, you know, like I'm lucky and I work my butt off to crack $250, and I don't even do that. I make maybe, if I'm really lucky, $238 a month from my channel. And that's with me throwing everything I got at it. So, you'd probably, you know, even if you do monetize, I don't think it would be great if you did, that you would actually make enough to be taxed off of it, but I doubt it. No, the job. She doesn't want it to interfere with her job, and a lot of people don't. They want to have to pay taxes on money here too, because you are taxed. I'm getting the Seven of Wands and the Empress. Now, this makes me feel like Mother needs to stand up and have a backbone. And maybe this is Candace. And maybe she'll change her mind. So this is abundance. This could also be Mother Nature and a protective area. Just flowing with this. And we get the King of Pentacles and the Princess of Cups. That makes me feel like her. And by her, I mean Summer. Maybe a man here. So I get a mother figure with the Seven of Pentacles. Now, I don't know if this is a mother figure changing her mind, because it's not far from that Seven of Pentacles, you guys, where there is reevaluation. And this could be a search person, perhaps, with the King of Pentacles, in finding where Summer's at. I think that could be somebody that's, or maybe it's forcing Dawn to say something, give away something. There is fighting, and there's lying about deceit. There's fighting about deceit. Something tells me that Candace doesn't quite know, and it wouldn't surprise me, everything that her husband is involved in. I love Halloween. I just don't want a bunch of people at my door. It's my husband's birthday, so I am ready for it. I just don't, want to deal with the whole night of answering the door. So I'm thinking that in the future, there could be a change of heart within maybe either Candace's mother or Candace, because I feel like it is a mother figure. And maybe she'll stand up to Dawn and get sick of the lies. I think they will be fighting, because there's fighting over deceit. So this still goes on into the extended future. And then we get the Knight of Cups and the Princess of Pentacles. So that is what I'm seeing there. This is giving me the water vibe again with Summer, and it being maybe tips coming in, or it being offered up where she's at. But I see some kind of contention really coming to, I think, a head with one of the mother figures involved in this scenario and a male. Oh, Bear, you are not supposed to be on that table. She knows I can't, yell. Bear? I'm not going to yell. All right. I'm seeing definitely a card of abuse that has been going on for some time. Okay, I see that. Chase Garden? Oren? I'll look at him. I'll look at them. It's been a while since I put on them. So I think it's going to be a while before we find out anything more to do with Summer Wells. I honestly think that Candace is going to have to turn against Don, and it might take her some time to do that. And then I think if she does that, there's a chance that that she would be found sooner. But I'm looking into the extended future, and I just do not see it happening too soon, unfortunately. I think it'll be some time yet. In fact, I think into sometime maybe next year. It's just, that is not with cards, that's just a gut feeling. Okay, so I wanted to look at the two brothers that are missing. Alrighty. I'm just reading a bit of the chat. Alright, so let me just take a look at Oren and his brother. Oren, was it Oren and Orna? I can't remember the other name. She does. She's got a really sweet voice, but she's huge. That's what's so funny. It's like, she's like, people get scared when they see her. So let's look at Oren and Orson. I think is it West? Was it West? Okay. And if they'll be found, where are they? What is this state? We haven't even bought any candy, actually. I'm just thinking about that, seeing what you guys wrote in the comments. Yeah, I found a really cool one for Halloween for you guys here on the Streamlabs. Yeah, so Orson and Oren. Let's see what we can get. What do we need to know about them? Will they be found? What has happened to them? I have covered this case, so you can check out that video. It's been a while, though. It's been a while. So I don't mind trying to update. It was so murky. I do remember that. I don't remember everything I read on because I read on enough that I can't, you know, I get how other readers say, I don't remember what that was. Sometimes you have to see it again. Hey Sharon, Oren West. Oren and Orson West. Thank you so much. Again, pardon any background noise. Noisy neighborhood. Okay. So I'm asking the Most High, what happened to these boys? Are they yet alive? What happened to them? And what is going to be the outcome? So I ask the Most High to guide me, to help me to read accurately and clearly on Oren and Orson, and whether or not we will get an understanding of who did what here with these boys. Where are they? All right, so let's take a look. I get the Ten of Swords. This is a lot of activity to the hilt. And I don't like that. Covering them or crossing them is the Knight of Cups. This is like someone offering them something, or like, come with me, or look, I've got something for you. This is that kind of energy crossing them. I think the Ten of Swords also shows the mental exhaustion going on with this case. And what they need is a tip in order to find these boys. Potentially those Ten of Swords could also be violence, but I'm not quite picking up that yet. I've got sudden, the basis of the Tower. And this is where I'm not liking that either. It's falling right under that Ten of Swords. All right. It's based on something happening. I mean, these boys were taken, correct, from the parents. And that could be what that Tower moment is. Crowned by the Ten of Cups. This is all about family. Ten of Swords, Ten of Cups. The Star Tarot, they're very cheap. They're like $20. You can get them off Amazon. Now, the King of Swords is in the recent past. To me, this could be the FBI, but this could also be someone in connection to these boys. It could be a father figure, whatever. But to me, this is usually, because of the eagles either side, I tend to feel like FBI sometimes. Now, this is in the past. But I'm feeling this is someone who, a male, adult male, because it's connecting with the Knight of Cups, is offering, and there's emotional investment, and he's offering something. I'm tending to think this is someone that appealed to the boys. That he's someone that appealed to these boys. To like, come here, come with me, this kind of thing. They may have been, you know. I don't know if I'm going to say your name right. Chay's Garden. I think that they may have actually been. And it indicates very quick, lightning quick with that Tower. Now, in the near future, we get the juggling. I believe that these boys, I'm not getting death, I believe these boys are being juggled, so to speak. I believe that they are being moved around, potentially, here. But this is also about a lack of balance, and it can be that there isn't balance that's good. There can be too many extremes going on. And with that Ten of Swords, I do think these boys are experiencing a lot of weirdness, a lot of extremes on some level, mentally. Definitely, I'm sure the birth parents in this case would be extremely upset that their children would be taken away from them for whatever reason. But I'm feeling it. That's all I'm saying. Now, this is where we should be looking. This is the fight over these children. The children, to me, is the figure clutching the calla lilies. And there's a fight going on about them, and that shows up in the environment. I mean, no, that's not the environment card, but it is in the environment. Then the environment is the restriction card of movement, which is the Eight of Swords. I believe these boys are being held. I believe these boys are, so far, looking yet alive. Maybe not the most happy, but there is something about their movement as being purposefully restrained. And I feel like they're being moved around. That Two of Pentacles in the near future with them is they're here, then they're there. They're here, then they're there. They're juggling something. They're dealing with, and there's also a great deal of stress on the people doing this. And I get a man, an adult male, as responsible. Seven of Pentacles in the hopes and fears. They may be hoping that they can work this out in some way in the future, that they can change this, that they can set up something that it will be different for them, that will work out. I just don't think they wanted someone else to have their children. Honestly, it's the feeling. Knight of Pentacles. I believe we might, once these boys get older, find out that they're who they are. This goes on into the future. The final outcome is still the Knight of Pentacles. And to me, this is dutiful. There's loyalty in this family to, I think, I've gotten this before. There is loyalty within this family, I think, to do whatever it is that I think is going on behind the scenes. I don't see any cards here that show death, but I do get a feeling of these kids being moved around. That something was very sudden. They're shifting things around. This deals with family and family's emotions. That they are very understandably, if it were my kids too, it's very extreme. Emotions here going on, and there's a fight going on over these children, so that does show up. And I'm going to pull a couple cards for clarity after that Knight of Pentacles. This is the worry card with the Nine of Swords, sleeplessness, and it's connected to a card of loss, though. That's some kind of grieving or loss. And I think it's the people, the family, not wanting to lose their kids, frankly. They're the ones that are going to have the most heightened. And they're the ones whose emotions, to me, I'm being shown are the most heightened. So Knight of Wands and the Four of Cups. I think that they're keeping them out of sight. I feel like this is very stressful for them to do. I feel like these kids are kind of disconnected, though, too. Maybe it's because of the way they've been shuffled around. It's just not fun. I don't see the lightness of childhood. Hi, Arlene. Hello, Dean. But I do get Temperance in the Ten of Pentacles. Eventually, I think it'll be that they're going to be probably old enough to be able just to be within their family. Things will get worked out somehow or another. Sorry, I'm having a delivery. Can you get that for me, Mick? Okay, so I feel like these kids are being perhaps kept by members of the family. Okay? I hope that was helpful. So, thanks for getting that for me, Mickey. That's my medicine. All right, is there any other questions? I'll check the question page. I did pin it up at the top, so you can ask a personal question if you like. Ah, here we go, y'all. Boy, you fast. Boy, you fast. Alrighty. Cassandra Ramirez case. And, yeah, we got stuff to look at. Alright, I'm going to try to do the first ones that will be more quick. I will take these questions. So let's take a look at, I'll look at Dolores Rico. You're asking if there's any messages for you from your ancestors. You can just set it on the bed.
He said, say hello to your mom. I know her.
Oh, he's so sweet. That's the guy that delivers. He delivers for the drugstore that I get my medications from. What a sweetie.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that much. Dang, $43 in Canadian? Shit, it was only 20 here in the States. You know what? Look for a used one. Seriously, you can clear it. You can find stuff like where they get extras. Do a little shopping around for sure. But the deck will hold up, I'll tell you that much. So, I am going to see what Dolores Rico's ancestors have to say for her. Want to share. Because it is that time of year. Okay. Dolores Rico. I'm just dialing into your energy. Dolores Rico. Dolores Rico. Any messages from her ancestors? I feel like, yeah, they've got a message. Dolores Rico. Ancestors. You connect with me in mine and share with me your message for Dolores. I will try to get it to her as accurately as I can with your help. Thank you. Well, you're getting the card of being independent, and this is a card of counting your blessings. It's being, beholden to no one and living your own way, and it is all about freedom. The second card that comes with that is the Queen of Swords. I don't know if you're divorced. Thank you, Lisa. I don't know if you're divorced or single, maybe widowed. I'm not sure, because sometimes the Queen of Swords is about that, but I get them bringing up also with this Queen of Swords, it would be about a very logical thinker, being logical, also looking at things not from an emotional standpoint, using logic, using your mind and heart, your head over your heart. Also, someone who's not, afraid to tell people when they're, stepping on their toes or disregarding their space or boundaries. This is strong, independent woman. Thank you, Lisa. I get the Knight of Swords. This is something coming in very quickly. This is information. This can be events also. But it's also change of plans that's coming in, or a change in your life where there could be a change of job, change of financial, how you're doing financially, how your financial planning is. Dealing with changes in your earthly sphere. Ah, she's saying something. Passing of my, JR, sorry. So what I'm getting from them is that they're acknowledging, Dolores, something about you becoming more independent, especially financially, handling and changing your life around so that things are working as harmoniously as possible for you. Could be budgeting and this sort of thing. I hope that's making sense. I get a feeling here with the Seven of Cups and the Nine of Swords for you that I don't know if there's like a problem sleeping or just because it's worry. And It might be because of dreams or things that are confusing, different things that you're worrying about, but it's important to let them go. Let it go. Because you're moving on. And the Hierophant, this can again address issues of tradition. This can address issues to do with marriage. But I think moving on, maybe using also traditional means to move on. There might have been a feeling of abandonment. But regardless, the encouragement is for you just to move on in strength, make the changes you need to make. Dreams. I thought maybe. Let's look at that. So the dreams look like they're repeating. Is that true? Because the Seven of Cups, I don't know, I just keep getting like you're getting pounded by these dreams or visions that make you tired or make it hard for you to sleep. Appeal, number one, I think to your ancestors and to any spiritual mentors you have and certain traditions within your culture, because it helps you to move on. I feel like these dreams are fear related, are worry related. And it's about mastering your understanding of this so that you can move on. The interesting thing too, Dolores, is you go from the Seven of Cups to the Eight of Cups. So you're going to get through this dream, whatever this dream stuff is. I don't know what it is, and that's okay. You do. So what I'm seeing is that maybe get some counsel, traditional counsel. If there's a cultural connection here, do that. Maybe go see a Bruya. But I don't know that you're going to need to. Just talk with your ancestors, because I see you moving on. It's like you'll have tied it all up, hearing voices in your dreams. It's probably your ancestors. I think they're wanting to counsel you and to let you know that you've got this. Whatever this new phase is that you're going to go into where you're more independent, and maybe changing home or changing finances or job or anything like this, where there's a real change, just know you're going to be all right. They want you, I feel like, to connect. And if you're hearing that, I think it's them. I'm not getting anything bad, nothing negative. I can see it's confusing though. You're disconnected. They want you to reconnect. So they're probably going to keep calling you until you start communicating back to them, okay? Go ahead and communicate back. It's okay. I'm getting tradition, and I'm getting, it's like ancestors. They're just wanting to help. Yeah, 8, you get another 8. They want you to move on. They want you to get active, honey. That's all. Okay? So that's really good. I'm glad we were able to get that one. Now I'll get to some of bless you. You're welcome. Bless you for allowing me the opportunity and the honor to read on you. I appreciate that. All right. I'm so used to highlighting this and using the other less nice StreamYard, but I can't quite do that here on this one, so I'll just go to the next one. All right, I'm going to look at Talia Love. I don't know who this is, but I will look at it. So now I'm going to look at Talia Love case. All right? All right. Got to get a drink of coffee. It's, in between these readings. Oh, my hot plate went off, but that's all right. Yes. That it will stop when she starts listening. She just needs to kind of bond with them and acknowledge them and not be afraid. Aw, Cecile, send them my way. All right, so Talia, I think that's how you pronounce it, or Talia, love. I'm gonna look at that case. I can picture the name. I don't have to know how to pronounce it right. Spirit is not that picky, thank goodness. They know what it is. So I'm asking them to shed light. I have no knowledge on this case, but I will throw down cards and see what we get. It does sound delicious. Stop, you guys are making me hungry. All I've got is a banana over here. And then I'm gonna be raiding the fridge. All right. Okay, let's see what we get. Tali, or is it? Let me look at that name again. I hate it, but I don't get the right name. Thank you, Bright Smiles. Love the Soul Sisters. I'm gonna have you guys on too. All right. Tali, death. Tali, love, death. Okay. I can picture the name. Tali, love is her name. And this is someone that passed, so we're going to take a look at what happened. I'm going to try to. Ancestors, do your thing. Please and thank you. Tali, love. Tali, love. Tali, love. What happened to her? What happened to her? Who is responsible? Tali, love. Who is responsible and what happened? What is this about? All right. We're getting the Lover's card first up. So it looks like an agreement or a love relationship. An intimate bond is covering her. Crossing her. Marriage type of card, tradition or culture. And there's a struggle here. So there may have been problems in a marriage or about getting married, maybe. Quite possibly also in connection to tradition, bucking tradition of some kind. But I'm feeling like this is a relationship-based issue for her. Her passing. Yeah. 10 of Cups. This is family. This is, I don't know if she was married or not. A lot of emotions involved. Invested. Crowned by a decision. And also wanting to expand. The 2 of Wands. That can also be a lot of sexual energy between people. Even anger sometimes. But it's dynamic. Okay? In the recent past, there was some kind of recognition. She may have won something. I don't know if she was able to have some kind of success that was upsetting to the husband or the partner. A lot of times when women get employed or they start getting successful, and if they've broken up with someone, this can really be upsetting to controlling people. Then there's great worry and feeling trapped in her environment, and it's all connected in with that relationship and wanting to be free. I'm getting a sense of somebody that wanted to have some basic freedoms, and they're feeling like this was a great big deal in this relationship. She was wanting to have some lighter, I feel like, components in her life, more joy. And I just feel like freedom to be herself. and her children or the past. Somebody that she definitely, this was done by someone she knows, and I think may have been seeing at one point, and I think very possessive of her. Really did not want her, stretching her wings at all. Didn't want any changes. She wanted change, though. This is a collaboration, and the hopes and fears, either hoping that others would help or hoping or fearing that other people maybe would help someone else, this person that I think is responsible. There's deceit. This is the final card in her reading. Somebody's lying. Things are not how they say they are. So that's not good. I think also that person that's lying, I think they're also beginning to feel some stress. There will be judgment that gets activated within this case. So I feel like the person responsible is going to be in trouble. They're going to start looking at that, actively at it. And I get the World and the Princess of Pentacles. I feel like little to no reason for this death. I really feel like it has to do with somebody wanting to have more freedom in their life and someone else thinking that that was not appropriate. And there's lies, there's deceit. Somebody not wanting someone else to expand in that way. So that's what I'm getting on her. I get a male that is responsible. This is some kind of agreement, or it feels like intimate relationship based. What else? Let me pull a couple extra. Death. This is a cruel death. This is a really cruel death by a bully. And somebody that was very cruel to her and controlling. And somebody that with that Five of Swords that likes to make an example of people in a very cruel way. So that's what I get on Tali Love. So does that make sense, Bright Smiles? Because I'll have to look up that case. I have no knowledge of that case. Okay, now I'm going to cover Charday Richards. And she wants to know if I can give any advice about her baby and her upcoming delivery. Oh, how nice to read on something positive. So, Charday Richards, I hope you're in the house, girlfriend. Gonna try not to make this go bouncy bouncy. Okay. And she wants to know about her baby and her delivering her baby. Babies! Yay! Okay, Charday, I hope I'm saying your name right. Richards, you left a question. And you're wanting to know about your baby. So I'm going to ask the ancestors what they can tell us about your baby and about your delivery and the Creator, the Most High, and to assist me. Okay. And thank you for joining me. If you haven't subscribed, I hope that you will. And if you haven't put thumbs up, I hope that you will. Thank you so much for joining me. So we're looking at Charday Richards. Questions are put on a page in the community section, and I have that URL pinned to the top. I might take a couple more questions after this because I have quite a few there already, but I could take probably a few more, but not many more, if anyone's interested. So let's look at, I think her name is Charday Richards. If I'm not getting your name right, please forgive. And her baby and her delivery. What do we need to know? Just going to sit in a moment for... I get really good feeling here. Charday Richards and her baby. What can you tell us about that? Ace of Wands, new energy coming in. I don't know if you're going to give birth pretty soon. I don't know if you're in your last trimester or not, or your first. This could be like a first trimester too, or it could be, but usually for the birth card, I do get the Ace of Cups. A lot of activity though. I'm going to say that I would think that the child in there would be very active. I see a lot of worry crossing you, and it might be hard to sleep. Are you in your third trimester? Are you getting big? Are you getting just worried about? And this is expansion of a family. So it's interesting. We have the Ace, and this is then based on this expansion. This makes me think it might be your first child, like a family of 3, or two, or where there might be 2 children. I don't know. And the Ace of Swords, there will be clarity. It looks really positive so far. The Lovers, there's a bond. Okay. And this child is a gift for this, for the two of you in your relationship. I get a girl. I get a Princess of Cups. It's funny, I was going to say, is it a girl? Because I feel like a girl before I drew this card, but I just held back. I think maybe a girl. I'm getting a feminine kind of an energy here. A Cups. Is she going to be a water sign? The Six of Swords. Things will go well once you get going. I see the Six of Swords, which means assistance and help, and things go in a better direction. Things go into a less chaotic direction. So that's good. And in the environment is the Nine of Wands. And this can be enduring. This can be enduring a lot. I don't know if you've had a lot of medical issues or what's going on in the environment where I feel like you've been through some stuff. But I feel like there's a great deal of, I feel like there's protection. And in the Hopes and Fears card, we get the Emperor. So this is the hopes of I think somebody that's masterful, of course, at I think helping you to give birth. I think this is also hope for the father of this child. Maybe also going into grandfathers and things like that to see the child or something like that, getting a vibe like that. I feel that there could be some difficulty with the Ten of Wands that has happened in the past. I don't know if there has been a loss in the past. And it would be, energetically, it would have been just really heavy to deal with. I'm feeling, to be honest, like there may have been issues maybe with health in the past in connection to children and bearing children, maybe. Some, like, it's been difficult maybe. And I see a real change coming. Prince of Swords, Eight of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. I think maybe in the past, if there has been a loss of a child, that you have to understand that in the future, or that that was then, this is now, with the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Cups. So I feel that there's a rebirth. There may have, I just get a feeling like there's been a child before that may have been unfortunately not carried to term, or there may have been something like that. Here I feel like this is different, okay? And if you have any suspicion that something's not right, let people know about it, of course. But I get the Three of Pentacles, and you might give birth a little sooner than you expect. There's a collaboration. There's something where there might be some complications, but I think, then I've got the King of Cups and the Six of Wands. Victory. I think you're going to be fine. There might be some bumps, but I see this, you've got to understand this is not anything for the past, okay? And to put your trust, say your prayers, pull in your ancestors. It looks like you've been through some rough stuff in the past. And I see that there's a little girl, and I feel like this time is different, and they've got your back. There's so much support and love, and I think you're just going to fall in love with this little girl. Okay? I hope that's helpful. And if you didn't want to know the sex, I'm sorry, but I do get a female feeling intuitively, and then I got it in the cards. So there you go, okay? I hope that's helpful. I'm going to go take a look at the next question. Paula Faust, what holds for the United States in the coming decades? Fascinating question. Then we'll get to JR's and Sally's question. And I'm going to renew this just in case there's some more questions that I may have missed. Sally L. Okay. And Kim Walter. Okay, I see your question. And Dora Smith, I see your question. And Sally L. Okay, I'm going to cap it at this. I'm just going to put no more questions here, because I think that will, those are really good questions you've asked, but it's going to make us stick around a while, So let's cap the questions here. JR, if you can let people know no more questions. And thank you for posting that which you did. Thank you. Alrighty. Okay, the United States for the coming decades. Let's take a look. Thank you, Chase Garden. That's so kind. Alrighty. Dipping out. Thank you, Anua Banana. I hope you come back. And catch me on Sunday. Thursdays and Sundays, and sometimes other days. I bounce around. I like to jump on my friends' lives when they invite me on. Okay, so let's take a look at the United States and what we have coming. I want to say for the next 40 years for some reason, so let me just go with that. Let's look at the future of the United States in the coming 40 years. What can we expect? Well, I won't be here, but some of you might. I'll be on the other side with the rest of you guys. Alright, so let's see. Let's take a look for the next 40 years. What is going to be the going on with the United States. Let's see. Next 40 years. Next 40 years, United States of America. The next 4 decades, United States of America. The next 4 decades, United States of America. Next 4 decades, United States of America. Okay, let's see what we get. Right now we got the Ten of Wands. This is dealing with all the extremism covering us. It's pretty heavy right now. And we're crossed by the we're crossed by the King of Swords. So this is an energy of strategic thinking, planning, good sense, good logic. It's challenged. And the King of Swords can also be you-know-who. I don't like to say his name because I don't like to acknowledge him anymore. But 45, he's not going to be around for the next 4 decades, but right now his I think that King of Swords is his influence affecting us at the current time. Okay? Based on the world, this is a completion of a cycle. So these would be, it's interesting because we got the 10 and you said decades. So these are the decades that we're looking at that would be complete. We are crowned by the star. Thank goodness, you guys. Thank goodness. The Spirit says, don't worry, you guys. I know that you all are working through some mucky muck right now, but we promise it will pay off. There is a spiritual purpose for going through this sewage. In the recent past, the 8 of Cups, and it is about dealing with things that have been abandoned, neglected. Hi, Danette. Yes. And this is also the past, because it's falling in the past position. This is what we're trying to contend with it, because this is stuff we haven't sorted out. This is all the poo that hasn't been cleaned up, and that definitely feels like right about now. I also feel like we're a bit behind. Our nation has fallen a bit behind. This is just an intuitive boom that kind of hit that came to me with this. Because of 45. But in the near future, we do have the Knight of Wands. So we are getting active. We are going into a more active phase of working on these things, working on what's been neglected, finding out what's been neglected, addressing that, trying to bring logic in, even though there are many people that don't want to acknowledge logic and science. So I see activity. And I see it around completing of work and projects that we're working on now. It's not like it's going to take 40 years, but we'll have done that there's built upon this kind of thing. It's about communication, guys. Okay, the Magician, about manifestation, and about being thoughtful about what you manifest. And the tools that you use that you use to manifest, how you use them. Do you use them ethically to get what you want? And that is where our mind is at. And it's on technology, it's on communication, and the development of such, for sure. But the ethical use of such, first and foremost. Great strides in technology again coming. It is about moderation. And I can hear a grass grower right now going, darn right it is. It is about moderation. And we're going to need in our environment to learn how to moderate ourselves. We will be learning how to moderate our use of things and resources, even the use of technology itself. It is a variety of things that we use to bring balance, but it is the middle way. It is not one extreme or the other, and we're going to be working on that in our environment, working on the environment with climate change as well. I feel like new technology to help the planet, green technology, things that help to heal the planet. That's what I just got in my mind's eye. Hopes and fears is any sudden disruption or change that would be disastrous, but there's also hope to bring down what needs to be brought down, that is false, that is not built on truth. Final end result, the moon. There are some things yet that we have to clear through. There's a lot, in fact, because I feel like there's a lot that has to come to the surface. A lot of truths and things that are being hidden, that even in 40 years is going to be shocking, I think, about how much was kept back. What else am I getting? I'm getting the Emperor with that moon, authority, and I'm getting the Empress. A balance between energies, the masculine and the feminine in this country. I'm thinking we're looking at women having the same strength being acknowledged the way men would be, equality issues. We are going to be working on these kinds of things: racism, sexism, judgment where there doesn't need to be, And I feel like working on helping the planet, again with that world. And we were going to come to a better understanding as a society that we are truly all connected. And that we have to put a lot of ourselves, not into our amusement through technology, but I feel like to improve the earth, to help the earth. And then we start going in a better direction. 6 of Swords, less chaos, more healing. The earth is healing. And this is knowing that we have to ask others for help. We have to help each other, and we also rely on spirit. This is also spiritual help, asking your ancestors, asking and knowing that there are beings that protect the earth, working with them, more people coming to that understanding. I think war is a burnout. And men's anger, toxicity, dealing with that, how we can resolve these issues is what I saw. I saw for a moment like a conference of nations talking about violence and symposiums, that word came in, and I feel like it's taken more seriously the welfare of people and women. But we will be really doing it with more effect in the future. There is strength. And the Knight of Pentacles, working toward that, studying and learning. Not saying that being stupid is cool, you know. Being smart will come back in fashion. No concept can. That's very true. But that is what I get from the United States, in particularly. And I think, you know, things that women need, you know, for people to stay out of our bodies, for us to be the truth, you know, the true ones, to say what goes. Sorry about the noise in the background. All right. Oops. All right. So I see that working, and us working on those cases, working on the issues, I think, where climate, the earth, the health of the earth, how to make it better, how to modify and moderate ourselves will be huge. We're learning that now, baby steps, but I think it'll be much more developed in our country by then. A bit more. All right. So Sally L wants to know about what's going on with people missing, so many people in national parks, and what is behind these very similar cases around the world. Okay. I'm going to take a look. I still feel like the Star Tarot is good for this. Okay. So, Sally L wants to know about people going missing in the national parks and about why this is happening all around the world. Well, for one thing, parks are it's always been a place, unfortunately, to dispose of bodies. To be honest, unfortunately. No matter where you are. And that way it's not on someone else's property that committed it, so they can be tied to it. So that's part of the attraction of people using these parks to dispose of bodies. But as far as like people being in these parks and being attacked, people, you know, have used the woods and remote places like that for a long time so that they're hidden and they're not seen doing something. And because they're sick as you know what. But let's just see what the cards want to say. What is with all these people that end up dying or going missing in national parks around the world? What is up with that? Is there something that we need to realize other than how violent mankind tends to be? What is up with these crimes within parks? What do we need to know about that? Okay. See here. Ace of Cups. Great deal of energy in these places. Just the first thing I got was this big release of emotion and energy overflowing. Okay, and it's a new beginning or a start. I'm getting cycles. I got the word cycles. I'm getting this is all to do with, I think, people and their desire to have satisfaction. You know, and if they think that hurting somebody or doing this or that to somebody else is going to bring them this, then I feel like they're willing to do it. But I get 2 cups cards crossing. One cup card crossing, but two cup cards, the Ace of Cups and the 9 of Cups. It's really sick. Okay, it's personal. Like, now I feel better. Now that itch has been satiated. It's gratuitous. Human beings sometimes really, that side of their nature is off-putting to me. It's also extreme emotion. People that cannot control themselves. I'm being shown that as well. There's emotional nature within some people. They got to have satisfaction and they cannot control themselves. They're all over the place. They don't keep themselves in check. And they think they had the right to just do this because they feel like it. God, that's annoying to me. I can't tell you how angry this is making me feel at the moment. 8 of Pentacles, based on the 8 of Pentacles. I think people are also learning that this is a place that they can go and do this and get away with it. I think they've seen it in the past. Again, also, I'm getting a cyclic nature. Gotta change my posture. I get a little reminder on my thing. So, this, for some people, they've been doing it for years. I think there are serial you-know-whats that have been at it for some period of time and have perfected their skills. And they get a big charge out of doing this. It's gross. And it's really cheesing me off. Because I can really feel it. And it just makes me want to, I don't like injustice. It just makes me want to sucker punch them. Because it's so selfish. The Queen of Cups. This is taking advantage of, I think, the more gentle, the feminine, the more vulnerable, no matter how someone identifies. The energy is just that of that which is more feeling and gentle. And I think they also like to see the fear in certain individuals. And I think women, in particularly, this is what's crowning, are the victims. They are the sought after ones. They are the targets, literally. This is the crowning. It's also the cups, again. So it's all about emotions. And this kind of selfishness. I feel like there are active, ongoing people that commit these crimes, that they've gotten better. That's what I'm being shown here. It's all about, it scratches an itch for them, where women in particularly are concerned. I guess mommy didn't love them enough. 9 of Pentacles in the back. Again, they don't like women that are too free. That are just doing, out there doing what they, would like to do, especially outdoors. It's almost like it's too big of a temptation for them to pass up that women being able to go out and others who would be more vulnerable, going out and doing as they would. They are targets. I just got a picture of ducks and I got the target sign again, going back and forth on them. Again, women, Empress. It's also the Mother Nature. this person feels, and these people feel, that commit and do these things, that there's a big problem with women. And coincidentally, I think them being in nature doing this isn't a coincidence, because they're kind of insulting both women and Mother Nature at the same time. And I don't even think for one thing, they don't care about women. Number two, Mother Nature is, they don't think about anything but how selfish they can use it to commit these crimes. So that is falling into the near future position. And what it is interesting is that what it's showing me is independent women, women who are kind or giving, that are more soft. That's the ones they want. And I am being shown ongoing, getting better and better. Using this means they get a sense of satisfaction in doing this. They don't like women. And I get the Knight of Wands. This is the activity. It's really dealing with, frankly, misogyny and a lack of care about the earth and others than themselves. Yes, that's, now you understand why I felt that anger. Six of Swords. But this is in the environment. And this is about moving on and moving into a better, less chaotic energy. This is also assistance. Maybe they're going to finally start putting more cameras or something in these places that will make things better. Because this is traveling as well. People wanting to go travel, wanting to go take a nice holiday, go someplace, you know? People moving around. That's in the environment. Also, I think people thinking they can get away with it because they've done it so often. I think they've kind of developed a system with that Eight of Pentacles. The Hopes and Fears card is the Princess of Pentacles. To me, they just want to be able to keep using these grounds and going for these targets that are vulnerable. And that can be children too. Final end result, the Hermit. These are people that don't fit into society very well, and they don't particularly like society very much. I think they also search out victims, if you ask my opinion. I think these many times can be predators of children and women. I'm just shown that. They're deliberately being... So when you go... And if you're a lady, you know, make sure that you have protection. Because seriously, I don't mean to make people paranoid, but there are people there that know these places. I think that might live in these places pretty much, or spend a lot of time and are very familiar with it, that prey upon women and children. Couple of extra cards, the Tower and Temperance. Moderation. Something's going to happen into the future with regard to these cases. Again, I do feel like some kind of steps are going to be implemented to try and address this issue. Okay, that was a great reading. And a great question. I almost, like, somehow I can't pronounce R's when I'm on screen. I don't know. Barbara Wawa. Alright. So there is that one. Thank you, guys. Now let's see what the next one is. And thank you, Sally L., for such a cool question. These are all great questions. That's why it's like, I'm going to do every single one of them. Alright. So, let me get back to the other ones. I may have, okay, Charday. Kim Walter, all right. This question is about, where is the missing plane M370 of Malaysia? What really happened? Why did it plain disappear? Will they ever find it? And this is from Kim Walter. Thank you for your question, Kim, and thank you for being somebody that's so interactive with me on my channel. I thank you, all of you, JR, all of you guys here, Sharon, everyone, for asking questions, because without you, it's just me talking to myself. I do that too, so, yeah. Okay, so, serious time now. Where is this missing flight M370, the Malaysia flight M370? Well, I could say where, but that's not going to help me. Will it be found, and what happened? I think that's more realistic. Okay. Flight 370, M370, Malaysia. What happened to that flight, and will it be found? And I thank the ancestors and my spiritual mentors and the Creator, the Most High. Please help me. I am a broken vessel and I need help. But I'll be your conduit. Flight 3 M370, what happened? Let's get the scoop on what happened on that plane and if it will be found. What happened on flight M370, Malaysia? Will it ever be found? All right, let's see what we get, guys. And then Doris Smith will be next. JR. And I think we'll wind it up then. Whoa. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, well, we have activity with the Knight of Wands. Activity was definitely happening. Somebody got up and did something. All right, where I'm getting movement and I'm seeing inside a plane and I'm feeling like people flustered. And I feel like there is something happening, and I feel like there's someone there. It's crossed by judgment. I think the struggle will be to find out exactly what happened. Ooh, I'm getting warm, you all. I shouldn't have shut that skylight. I'm regretting it. And don't worry, I found my supplements, folks. Gotta kick in though. Death. Based on death. Okay, it must have gone down for sure. So it's not landed somewhere else, and unfortunately, I'm gonna say right here, right now, I get spirits. I'm trying to use my mediumistic stuff from Deb's class too. Ooh. There's something else I'm getting here. I don't think it was that pilot. I'm getting something happening in the seating of the plane, where people, there's like a disturbance. Yeah, and it's crowned with the Nine of Swords. So there's a great deal of worry. People got worried. People were scared. I hate that. So this makes me feel like people knew that they were not. What is the name of the deck? It's the Star Tarot. I will put a link in the description box, okay, for you guys, and that way you can check it out. Do a price check, okay? If you're in Canada, this deck might be more expensive, apparently. But here in the States, it only cost me maybe $25 with shipping and handling from Amazon. This is the Star Tarot. Okay, so in the recent past with Flight M370, somebody was wanting to expand. Somebody was wanting to take this flight, take control of this flight. I'm feeling like terrorism. Yes, that was the object of this. Because I get, okay, picture this if you can. The Nine of Swords, which is the person like doubled over, like, oh, in bed, can't sleep, worried, sick to their stomach with worry. Recent past, the Two of Wands, something's wanting to divide and become more. And so they take action with that Knight of Wands. And they are going to be karmically responsible for what they did because it caused death. In the future, there is the Seven of Wands, which is defense. I think this was something going on. I think they tried to defend themselves on board that plane. I do. I think they tried to fight them off. And that's why I'm seeing a disturbance in the cabin. Not the cabin, but in the where everyone's sitting, fighting going on. Just gonna wait for a second, see if I get anything else. I don't want to share with what other things I'm getting because it's just gratuitous. Prince of Wands. Again, I feel like the person that took this on, though, wasn't as prepared as they thought. It wasn't as easy as they thought it was going to be. Because people resisted. In the environment, Ten of Wands. Somebody tried to take over. Very oppressive, heavy energy. So I think people, unfortunately, on that plane knew what was going to happen. That's why it's so heavy energy-wise. They wanted to try to get help. They're in the water. It went down in the water. Six of Swords. And I do think it will be found one day with this Six of Swords. King of Pentacles. Seven of Cups. So there's confusion, I think, and I think that this could have been the pilot, confused about what was going on or what he should do or how he could do this, handle the situation the best. I think they ended up, but I think, again, the Cups, I think they ended up in water. Yeah. Somebody had some, then we have this goes back to a tradition or culture, I feel like a belief. And it feels like terrorism. An extreme belief. That needs mitigating, see? It's a religious ideal that needs moderation. It's too extreme. When you get this card, it says, hey, that's too extreme. That needs watering down some, or that's way too, too extreme. This is definitely something that they wanted to do so that society would see. But I do think it will be found. I do think it will be found in the future yet. It's further. In some years to come. I think we will one day find it. Yeah, there's a collaboration. And I think even though we've had a collaboration thing seem futile in finding it, I think that it's about the right team of people working together and timing. Yeah. Balance, justice, and the Queen of Pentacles. I think it's just about the right team that has the right kind of equipment and things lining up. But I do think eventually this plane could be found. There may be a decision to go back and look again by a team of people in the future. I see there was a man that was fighting. Again, a King of Wands and a Five of Pentacles. Five of Wands, I'm sorry. And the people on board and everything were innocent. But this... yeah. This person had been through a lot and they felt justified in doing this. It's a belief system based thing. They're in the water. That is the place of death, and that is the place of where they rest. Okay. And that's what I get on that. Okay. The next question is the Cassandra... oh, no. Years ago, my son saw a male spirit in a darkened hallway of our house. Any enlightenment of who that was? Let's take a look. Okay, Dora, your question's next. All right. So, Dora Smith, your son saw a male spirit in a darkened hallway of their home. Who was that? Ancestors, can you assist us? And Most High, please help me to read accurately and clearly who that male spirit was that Dora Smith's son saw in their home, in the hallway. And anything we need to know about this activity in their home. I don't think it's necessarily cruel or anything. Not like I'm getting too bad of vibes. Let's just see. So, Doris Smith's son, the male spirit in the darkened hallway. Who was it? And why did they show themselves? What do they want? Okay, let's see what we get. And then will be JR's question. Oh, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Seriously, you're more likely to get hit by a car. King of Swords, or Knight of Swords. So this would be, I feel like, indicative of a young male up to the age of 35. And he showed himself. That was on purpose, okay? So with that Knight of Swords, it's like, yes, I want to be seen. And I feel like this person's life ended before they could do what they wanted to do, because I feel like they had plans and things that they wanted to manifest in their life, but this was challenged, fell in a challenging position, and maybe that's why they're still earthbound. Let me see, the basis of it is justice. It's a decision. I don't think that they have decided to move on yet. I need a cigarette now. Don't say that. I used to smoke. All right. You're going to be fine. 9 of Pentacles. Yeah. This is what crowns. So I think that this has to do certainly with material wealth and freedom. Freedom to live and live a good life. And that's what was wanted by this male. And I just feel like he was a businessman or something, or I felt like he wanted to achieve financial, some kind of well-being in particularly. And I got that before I got that 9 of Pentacles. I feel like there was something he wanted to do work-wise, career-wise. And I think something happened before he was able to fulfill that. Yeah, he died. The World card. So his life ended before, his journey ended before he could fulfill that. So it seems like it has to do with unfinished business, or he's just not kind of released this yet. The 10 of Wands. So yes, it's heavy on him. He's still holding on. This, male energy is still holding on, I think, to the earthly realm, because to me it looks like they didn't get to see things in their own life that they wanted to experience. And they just haven't made the shift. They haven't made the decision to shift. Death. He's acknowledging that he died. I'm going to see if I can get what from. And there's a Princess of Pentacles in the environment. They may have had a child, but this could also be like the start of some sort of new job or work or project. That's in the environment. And most understandably, if you have a child, if that's the case, they might be hanging around. Okay, hopes and fears. There was some kind of deceit. I think they were double-crossed, and I think it has to do with business and money. Yes, 5 of Swords. Someone took their life so they could benefit. I think it was somebody that may have lived in the area. I see that. Hang on, guys. You're the devil. You know what? Jesus doesn't like you anymore. Really. You are not a friend of Jesus. Jesus is sick of your crap. So I'm seeing somebody that suffered a premature death that makes them feel like their life here was for nothing or futile. So that's kind of what's going on there. And I think he just didn't pass on into the next realm. Okay? So 8 of Cups. There's a sense of needing to move on. Maybe you could help them, because that's what needs to happen here. So maybe just tell this being, wow, this man, hey, what's waiting for you is a lot better than what you're hanging about here. You've passed, and you need to process and pray for them. Ask for their family to come and get them and bring them to the other side. I think it's just they need to realize that it's futile to be here. They're not going to get what they want here, and it's just prolonging their misery and sense of loss. And that healing is available to them. They just need to be crossed over. It's a man. Maybe you could ask this man's father to come and get him, because that's who I see will come and get him. Or Jesus, if they believe in a patriarchal type of a religion, Jesus or whatever. That's what I get. I just feel like they just did not move on after a loss of life, and I do think they were violently killed. And I think it goes to do with some kind of a benefit with money or finance. Somebody wanted this person not to be here anymore. Okay? Let's see. So that is what I got on that. I hope that is helpful, Doris Smith. You can contact me, talk to me through email if you want to about this, and I could help you if you want. All right, the last question. Hopefully my family will be quiet so I can do this. It's okay. Mickey's the only one that cares if she's loud. No, you're the only one that cares if they're loud. The other ones, they don't care.
I love you guys.
Mickey says she loves you guys.
Thank you for supporting my mom. She's an angel.
That's so sweet. She says, thank you for supporting my mom. All right. So this is on the Cassandra, what was it, Ramirez? Hold on. Okay, yeah. The suspect of interest, John O'Brien. I heard he's connected to the police. Is he feeling any pressure? Okay, this is from JR. So this last reading for the live is on Cassandra Ramirez, on her case, and the suspect, John O'Brien. And we're going to see, does John O'Brien, person of interest, is he feeling any pressure? And is he feeling this pressure because he's guilty or no? Let's just see if the cards will reveal to us what we can. Sorry, it's trash night, so a bit of noise and then we'll be finished here. So, John O'Brien, let's ask, is he guilty? And again, this is all alleged for entertainment purposes only. John O'Brien with the Cassandra Ramirez case. Is he guilty of causing or being connected to her passing? John O'Brien. John O'Brien, the person of interest in the Cassandra Ramirez case. Okay. King of Swords, yeah. And this is also the police card for me. It's also, I'm sorry, let me say it louder. Police card. Many times it's somebody that's connected with law enforcement or security, that kind of stuff. Yeah. So this could be him. I think so, guys. Crossed by the tower. No way he's going to get out of this very well. That crosses him. Something sudden happening. Based on the Five of Pentacles, a decline. And this can be a decline in one's own sense of power, one's own sense of well-being. Again, it's an earthly card. I'm on my last question. I can't believe it. And he's crowned by the Eight of Swords. So this is some kind of restraint that is crowning him on his I think, activity. Is he being watched? I hope to God this is not another case where they just let the guy go and do whatever he wants. I hope they have this person under surveillance, because they don't feel like they can move freely, this John O'Brien. He's also feeling like he is person non grata. That means person unwelcome. In the recent past, there may have been a move, or there may have been information or tips that came in that brought more clarity, or that are bringing this case forward. Thank you very much for the information. This has always, Doris Smith, sorry. Just move that guy to the light. Say some prayers for him. Doesn't have to be elaborate. Just heartfelt. And the Seven of Cups. This is like trying to weave confusion. Trying to throw a lot of herrings out there. So yeah, I think he's feeling pressure. And this is talking about a death, a place of death, a death site, It also can be peace. I'm sure he would like to have peace of mind, but his mind is on a death. It's showing up in his thoughts, and maybe a place of death in particular. Maybe where he left someone, Cassandra. This is the Lovers. So the Lovers is in the environment. Maybe he fancied her. It may not have been reciprocated, because there's a lot of fantasy with that Seven of Cups. I don't know, did he abduct her? Another creep. Eight of Pentacles. He does have some kind of knowledge under his belt. He does have some kind of training or knowledge under his belt, I feel like. And it could be self-taught, even if he wasn't connected to anything. Ace of Swords. I believe he is very much guilty. This is clarity. There will be clarity coming in this case where he is concerned anyhow. And I do get clarity with regard to actions, activity, where he was, things he was doing, and the Ten of Pentacles. Maybe family or community in this one. The Empress. This is, of course, the mother-wife card. It's also abundance, Mother Nature, and the Moon. I think he's got an issue with women. The Moon and the Empress. And being that I've made John O'Brien the subject matter of this, I think, yes, he's the right guy for this crime, and he doesn't care for women. I think he is afraid of them, actually. Fears them. And there's also cover-up involved here. He's trying to cover this up, but it's not going to work. I do see the Ace of Swords and the Sun and the World. So this will get resolved, or it should, according to these cards. Further into the future, it will be. Into the near future with this case, it looks like he's still trying to blow smoke. So, all right, you guys. I'm going to finish this out now, send you guys out with some Reiki. Thank you so much for being with me. This is perfect point. And I will catch you next weekend, or next Thursday. And I will catch you this weekend on Sunday. Thank you so much, you guys. You make this so much better. I appreciate it. Bye. Here's some Reiki.
Love you, bye.
Nikki says bye too. Thanks, you guys.